Hey, it's MK, and I am here for a Stitches and Stencils layout with you guys today, and I'm also playing along with Baby Got Scraps. So I will be scrapbooking a retreat that I just went to last year at Walnut Grove, and it was with a bunch of crazy ladies, but I don't know if I have permission to share some of their photos. So I blocked out some people's faces, and then, of course, the other people I've scrapbooked here before. So anywho, I've also got these really cool circles by Dusty Attic. It's called Broken Bits, number 2 in circles. And then I've also got these really old, I don't know what they're called, but they're like plastic, almost epoxy, little stickers that are about scrapbooking and the crazy scrapbook people. I have these film strips that I tried to use on a previous layout, and I'm going to try to use them on this layout because it makes sense with taking pictures. I have these wood veneer here by Some Assemblage Required that I want to try to add to the layout, as well as this charm set that's also from Some Assemblage Required. I want to add that onto the layout as well. And then this flare, I believe, was from April's monthly kit. So I have that going on as well. So in my kit that I made, I put in these strips that were previously distressed. Oh, there's another wood piece. They were previously distressed for another layout. I'm not sure if I'll be using all of them, but I'm going to try to use up most of them. And then I have this piece here. I believe it was by Ella and Viv. It is single-sided, so that's what tells me it was. And I want to try to map my photos with that. And then this piece I thought was Cocoa Vanilla, but it's not, because this backside here is not Cocoa Vanilla. So I'm not sure where this came from, and I've already trimmed off the branding strips. So I apologize about that, you guys. And then from this super old sticker set, I thought I was going to use the word adventure and cool. I brought out the rest of this trim, and then Susan's twine in orange. And then I found these rub-ons. Now these were also in the scrap box. I was cleaning out the scrap box and I found them. I believe I got them from a retreat. I'm not really sure. So I cut out all the ones that I thought I would use on this page. And then of course it's Stitches and Stencils, and I forgot to pull out my stencil. So I'm going to use this stencil here by Dusty Attic, and then pulled out some Lost Shadow in Distress Oxide for my inking, and it's just going to be almost like a watermark rather than an actual in-your-face stencil work. So I'm going to go through and see which picture I like the most, and of these group pictures here, I loved all of them, but I really didn't need all of them. So I went ahead and decided not to put 2 of them in, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to make a small little mini page, like a 6x6 or an 8x8 little page to go in between this 2-page layout. So I thought it would be kind of cool, because what it is we're trying to take a picture, and then halfway through all of the snap, 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 we get a photo bomb. And I thought that was really, really cute, especially everyone's reaction. So I really wanted to add that into the layout. So I love pictures that aren't rehearsed. I really do, you guys. They just really show people's personalities. I love them. All right, so I decided to put 3 planks up at the top and 1 plank down at the bottom to frame my photos in. I really am trying, during Baby Got Scraps, I really do try to get out of my norm and try new things with my pieces. Like I always do this, so let's try and see if we can't do this. And I always do that, so let's, back and forth all the time. So I'm going to, split up my planks instead of have them all together. And then I needed something to back the seam with, because I'm going to be doing my stitching. So I'm just taking some scraps from my photo mats. And then that way I can add a little bit of stitching all the way across. And what I plan on doing with the stitching, I will tell you guys here in a minute, because I didn't record that part. For the stenciling, I'm just going to take my blender brush and this stencil. I apologize, I don't remember the name of the stencil, but I can look it up and put it down below in the description box. But I am going to just go ahead and lightly ink this lost shadow. I love how this lost shadow really is the perfect watercolor mark, like it leaves a very soft, very subtle image going on, and I absolutely love that. I love how there's so much detail in this stencil. There's like a little damask flourish, there's lines going up and down, there's brickwork. I mean, it's just a good collage-y stencil going on, and it's perfect for all the different elements that I have going on with my element, my embellishments that I want to add to the layout. All right, last but not least, I decided to add a little bit of gold splatter because I was going to add those rub-ons to my layout. But first I went to my machine and stitched along the both edges of my planks. So I've got black stitching at the top and at the bottom of each plank. So what, 6, 7, 8 stitches? Yep, 8 stitches going across, just using black twine. So I'm going to take all of these rub-ons. I want to try and put them all over. I especially love the butterfly with the orange at the bottom of its wings. So I wanted to try to get that to work. And if you can see on the rub-on sheet, there is the little sparkly bits. And that's why I wanted to add more gold to them. So that way it's not just those little sparkly bits of gold. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to have a whole bunch of images to play with, or where I want to put my embellishments. And so that's where I'm trying to, okay, I want some here, I want some there. I really do like how this is looking and how it's all coming together. I've got some undescriptive scripty words that will make a great base for a layout. I've got some gold hearts. Those aren't going to make it. Just saying. The moons aren't going to make it either. Yeah, I just really like how this is looking right now with all of these really cool rub-ons. So then I'm going to start putting the rub-ons down, and they're not going. Like, okay, maybe I was stuck on something. Maybe I didn't use my right tool. Let me grab out this tool. Rub, 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 scrub, 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 and nothing. Like, I could not even use my fingernails to scrub them off the carrier sheet, you guys. It was a sad day. So, needless to say, I had to throw them all away because they just weren't coming off. They were stuck on their carrier sheet. So rub-ons do go bad, you guys, and I don't know, I found them in my scrap box, so I don't know how long I've had them, to be honest. So I'm going to keep moving on and come up with something else. I don't know what I'm going to do now that I don't have my rub-ons, so I'm going to go ahead and add some twine. This ribbon here was the leftover ribbon from a previous layout, but I thought, you know what, it's close enough to orange. I've got Janet's shirt where it's a little on the pastel in one shot, and then it's really orange in the other shot. So I thought, okay, that works. And then of course, Susan's twine is orange as well. So I'm just going to wrap it around twice around the top and then tie it in. And I left a long tie string down because I thought I was going to actually tie the charms, and then I changed my mind and trim those down too. So I'm going to take the leftovers of those and go ahead and create a little knot down on my ribbon, just to bring the twine in 2 different spots. I know. I'm so happy that I'm using up some of that twine too. I'm almost done. Yay. So I've got these soft-spoken well, they're chipboard pieces, and they've got a little foam on them. So I want it to say Cool Adventure, but I put the cool underneath and haven't realized that just yet. I also want to add these film strips for my base. So that way I want to cover up some gaps, but I don't have my, what are they called? My rub-ons to help me fill those gaps in. So I'm using the film strips instead. And then I kept thinking to myself, well, if I would have used those rub-ons, where would my film strips have gone? I didn't think that far ahead. I cut one film strip straight in half and then started adding all of my pieces, just separating them in all the different clusters that I've got going on. I actually have 4 different clusters because the photos just make up some really cool shelves. I had a blank space that needed to be filled, and then I had 2 really cool shelves. The way that the photos ended up. And then I really just liked the fact that I was able to add some charms hanging from the top, and I didn't fully intend it to be a large cluster up at the top, but it ends up being one. Spoiler alert, sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and add these broken circles in, and I love these, you guys. This is just the coolest thing ever. I'm trying to figure out how these brushes go and which is the right side, because they look double-sided, but they're not. And then these epoxy stickers were so cool. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the caution signs. One says crop zone. The other one says runs with scissors. And then the last one that I'm going to add, well, I actually add two. The last one I add is this one. It says, one photo is never enough. Try 10 or 20. And then I like these little triangles that spell the word crop. So my title's actually going to say Cool Adventure Crop. Just because we got a lot done on this crop. There was lots of things going on. Even though Janet and I were working not throughout the crop, here and there and everywhere, we were trying to work on the 2025 cruise papers and things. We put Joni to work. Joni was sitting straight across from us. So it was really super. No, I don't know if Joni was in this one. I apologize, you guys. I think that was in October, and this one is April and May. So we went over the weekend where it was April and we left in May. So I believe that was this one. I think Sandy was sitting across from me on this one. So yeah, I'm going to take the broken circles and paint them all in white. I did speed up this process because I'm using my nozzle to paint because I don't want them to be solid white. I figured, okay, so they're broken and I want them to look distressed, basically, is what it was. I'm going to flatten up my flare. I just use I use two of my plates. I use one cutting plate and then a gray plate. I'm not really sure if that's for like an embossing folder or not. And then I just use my tiny little Stampin' Up! What's it called? Die cut machine. It's my little tabletop one that I keep right next to my desk. So here's where I decided I'm going to take my title and put it up at the top. And I really like this big blocky epoxy sticker down at the bottom. I figure it's better as a subtitle rather than up at the top where it looked like a full-size title. I'm going to add the glue gun right next to it. I just thought that was hilarious. And then I just really did like how Cool Adventure Crop fit better up at the top and with that specific chipboard circle piece than the sticker did. The sticker just took up way too much of the circle. So I'm going to hang up my charm to make it look like it's on my knot, but it's not really. And then I'm going to angle my my paintbrushes to where they kind of fill out the bottom half of the title. I really just liked how that looked. I've got this little circle bit. I'm going to glue it down. I do just use one small dab of adhesive to put my film strips down. I decided to flip my broken circles upside down. So that way I can get it to go down into the photo. I thought that was just a cute little addition. I'm going to add my flare with the runs with scissors and creates things. I just like that. And I've got paint and a paintbrush for that specific embellishment cluster. I just love how this turned out. I really do. It was so fun and easy to put together. There was really no brain work at all. And that was the best part. I just really had to figure out where my paper went. After that, it all put itself together. It was so much fun. So, all right. So that is my layout for today. I absolutely just am thrilled. I love the paint job on the broken circles and how they look distressed to go with the broken effect of the chipboard pieces. I love these wood veneer, you guys. This is probably my third time using this wood veneer on a layout, but they're not all. I think I used one in 21, 22, and 23, or 21, 20, and 23. I don't remember, but I know that they're not going to be in the same albums back to back. They're just super fun wood pieces to play with, especially if you guys are artsy craftsy and all that good stuff. So anyways, close-ups here, and don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube, as well as Sandy Reversky. She is State Goddess here on YouTube. She also is Scrapping Reflections over on Facebook. If you guys are interested in checking them out, they are my co-contributors for Stitches and Stencils. Also, don't forget to check out all the links down below for Baby Got Scraps, and I'll check you guys all later. Thanks. Bye.